Plattsburgh's next game will be away at Saranac, time to be announced. Tonight's starting lineup for the Cougars. Number 23, Thomas Bedard. Number 18, Zachary Gay. Number 21, McKenna Hunter. Number 19, Kyle McCarthy. Number 20, Patrick Parent. Number 2, Avery Trombley. Number 11, Garrett Begor. Number 22, Rodney Grimshaw. Number 5, Ryan Marks. Number 4, Austin Tatro. And the goalie, Josh Rabideau. The Cougars are coached by Daniel Hawksby. And tonight for the Hornets, starting lineup. Number 7, John Fine-Lease. Number 8, Chris Gray. Number 10, Jack Talowski. Number 11, Nick Dodd. Number 14, Dan Petrie. Number 18, Dan Myhall. Number 22, Brooks Kelly. Number 23, Mohammed Altahar. Number 25, Rob Knowles. Number 29, Nate Emery. And our goalie, Chris Myhall. The Hornets are coached by Chris LaRose. Okay, tonight is Plattsburgh Senior Night. We're going to start by introducing the seniors for Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars. Our goalie, Josh Rabideau. Number 2, Avery Trombley. Number 3, Jordan Lapierre. Number 6, Colby Provost. Number 8, Dustin Pupor. Number 12, Marcus LaFay. Number 13, Tyler Bosley. Number 15, Alex Lamberton. Number 18, Zachary Gay. Number 19, Kyle McCarthy. Number 20, Patrick Parent. Number 21, McKenna Hunter. Number 23, Thomas Bedard. Plattsburgh High School seniors. Number 8, Chris Gray, son of Bruce and Kathy Gray. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for always being there to support me and my soccer career. I love you guys. And thanks to my grandpa for coming to all my games. And thank you to Coach LaRose for pushing me every day to be a better player. Finally, I thank you to all the other seniors. You guys have been by my side on and off the field for years. You guys are like my brothers. Nick Dodd, son of Tim and Cheryl Dodd. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for coming to all my games throughout my years of playing soccer. Thank you, Mom, for washing all my dirty uniforms. And thank you, Dad, for always pushing me to do my best on and off the field. Finally, I would like to thank Coach LaRose for making me a better player. Dan Patry, son of Melissa Rabideau. I'd like to begin by thanking my mom for being at every game she could and supporting every decision I've had to make. Thanks for always being there for me. Love you. I'd also like to thank all my teammates for making my transition to PHS a time that could not have gone any better. I've enjoyed every bit of my senior year as a Hornet so far, and a lot of it I thank to these players, Coach LaRose, and all my friends. Let's get the win tonight, boys. This game means a lot to me. Brooks Kelly, son of Tom and Kelly Kelly. I'd like to thank both my parents for everything they've done for me over the years and being supportive at all my games. I'd also like to thank both of my sisters for always being there for me and helping me when I needed them. Lastly, thank you, Coach LaRose, and all my teammates for giving me a great season and making it enjoyable. Good luck for all the seasons to come, and never give up. Mohammed Altahar, son of Hassan and Sana Altahar. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for trying to come to all my games ever since I was a little kid. I'd also like to thank my sister for coming here out with me tonight. Lastly, I would like to thank Coach LaRose and all my teammates for the great years at Plattsburgh High School. Rob Knowles, son of Lisa Knowles and the late Richard Knowles, and Dick and Jerry Knowles. Thanks, Dan and Grant, for all the travel to all the home and away games and always being the first two fans at the field. Thanks, Mom, for rushing to the games after a long day at work. Also, thanks, Uncle Bob, Aunt Nick, Brian, Drew, and Javonna for your attendance throughout the season. And Dad, happy birthday. We miss you. Nate Emery, son of Lee and Jody Emery. I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my grandpa, and my brother, and my sister. Thank you for coming to every game that you could be at, where you always cheered me on. You guys have always been there for me and made me into the man that I am today. And I could not be more proud as I start here tonight with you guys, because there are no people I love more than you. Also, I'd like to thank the guys on the team for giving me a good season as a senior. We didn't have the best record, but I couldn't have asked for a better group of guys. And as I go out in the field one more time with my fellow seniors, I can't help but shed that single tear because I get to play with my brothers at home one last time. And from Coach LaRose, gentlemen, it's been my distinct pleasure to have you been your coach this year. This is your last game at the Plattsburgh Athletic Complex. Make it count. Congratulations once again. Tonight's officials for the game are Dennis LaBarge and Jay Hamilton. Please stand and remove your headgear for the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, so welcome soccer fans to Hometown Cable's presentation of Northern Soccer League boys varsity action, coming to you from the sports complex here at the campus of the Plattsburgh High School. The Hornets of Plattsburgh High are entertaining the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton in the final game of the season, I believe, for both of these teams. We are here with our fourth game in 4 nights here with Calvin Castine. I was thinking about this on the way over. Calvin, you're going to be sort of numb to this routine, but to me, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm not really getting sick of it, but it's it seems to be one night after another, and I love watching the boys play soccer, and boys and girls playing soccer, and I love being up here talking on the microphone with you. I look forward to maybe a day or so off, so I can go work on my brother's roof again. Anyway, as I said, we are here at the Plattsburgh High School Sports Complex for this Division I matchup between the undefeated Cougars of Northeastern Clinton and the Hornets of Plattsburgh High. The game is just underway, and not a whole lot to report to you so far, but we will keep you up to date on what's going on. Hornets possessing the ball. It's a nice play inside, and the Cougars turning around the other way. Parent sends it in the middle. Here's McCarthy up front, and we'll try to get all the names of these folks of the Hornets for you. This is number 14 is Dan Patry in the midfield for Coach LaRose. It is senior night here at Plattsburgh High. I noticed there were 6 seniors being honored before the game. So obviously Plattsburgh with a fairly young team. This one gets sent back to the back line. Number 29 is Nate Emery, and he heads that kind of the wrong way, but Altamare's over to I'm sorry, make sure I get the names right for you. Yeah, it's Altair on the in the sweeper position. So the Cougars with a long throw in. And this throw-in goes into the box, hits the ground, gets over everybody's head, and it's cleared out, but not completely out. Now it comes out to number 11 is Nick Dodd in the midfield. Comes back for the Cougar defense. Sent inside for Parent. Parent, just like triple team there, and the Hornets clear out. Comes back for Grimshaw. Grimshaw looks to send it back in, but it's cut off there. Here's Marks. Marks splits a couple defenders, pushes it to the right side for Trombley. Trombley's going to get across, sends it long, but it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Hornets. So Cougars keeping the ball down in the Hornets' end here for the last minute or so. We're about 4 minutes into the contest. Here's Trombley, pushes it down for Marks. Marks gets it through Patry. Emery is there, but gets turned back, or I'm sorry, 24. And there's a shot on goal. Our goalkeeper tonight is
that fella right there.
that fella that just picked up the ball. Thank you very much. All righty, Chris Myhall is in the goal for the Hornets tonight. Right. So you'll keep us apprised of any goaltender changes, because the Myhalls all look the same to us from up here. This is sent back forward, but Hornets will try to reorganize their offense. This one gets sent back in and comes all the way back for Gay. Gay pushes it over to the right side for Parent. Parent gets it by Tulaski, I believe. And the Cougars will have a throw in. Oh, they'll have a free kick. Hunter puts this one into the box. Headed by McCarthy, and it's in the goal. Once again, Kyle McCarthy with a goal off his head, which has been a trademark for him all year long. And McKenna Hunter has been the assistant on quite a few of those goals. So that combination has clicked many times this year. And once again, just a little over 5 minutes in. Little over 5 minutes into the contest, Kyle McCarthy gets the tally with an assist from McKenna Hunter, and the Cougars go up by a 1-0 score.
Stop the clock.
I would like to mention our officials tonight. Calvin, I see Dennis Lamarge on this side. Any idea who our official might be on the far side of the field?
Yeah.
Why don't you let our listeners and viewers know?
Jay Hamilton. Jay Hamilton.
Jay Hamilton, okay.
Brother of Darcy Castine.
Is that right?
Come on, Cougars, get the ball. Come on, Garrett.
All right, here's Grimshaw. Hustles the ball away, sent up front, but Cougars can't get at it. Hunter again with the ball. He turns and sends the ball up to the front. This is Tatro. Sends it back in the center for Hunter. Hunter switches fields, brings it over for Marks on an open wing. He makes a move. Again, splits the defense, sends it out for Trombley. Trombley back for McCarthy. McCarthy puts it in the center. Tatro's there. Marks gets the shot off, and Myhall is able to corral that one. So Cougars not willing to give up the pressure here and after the goal, so they keep things down in the Hornets' end. Here's one that's sent down for Tatro, but it's defended there by Dan Myhall, I believe, is on the left back position for the Hornets. Stop the clock. And we get some sort of a confusion. Oh, we got the lights on. I got it. I got it. We got your lights is on. All right. A little confusion on the throw-in. I thought that was kind of interesting that the Hornets had the throw-in and everybody was moving back towards the box. This comes back for Trombley. He's looking to get things organized. Marks once again. Pushes it by a couple of defenders, but here comes Dodd. And that gets sent forward. Gay is there, and he'll push that out of bounds. So it's the first time the Hornets have been over midfield since the first couple minutes of the contest. So Grimshaw makes a nice play there. Ball goes out of bounds, and a little confusion there, but the Cougars will end up with a throw-in. And Grimshaw throws this one up. Goes over the head of a couple of people, headed forward by Hunter ends up with the ball in front of the defense, but gets spun around and can't quite come up with it. Number 10 is Stolowski. He's got it on the left side, but that gets turned back around. Here's Parent. He and Dodd are battling for it. Parent finally sends it in, but this is John Feinlease, and he turns it around. So Hornets looking to try to get some offense going. Number 25 up front is Robbie Knowles, who's playing the striker position tonight. And that one gets thrown in.
Rob has played goalie and every place in between.
He plays them all, huh? Just like a utility player in baseball, huh? Play every position.
One at a time, though.
Okay, here's Marks and Patry battling for it. Patry wins that battle, sends it back out towards midfield. Grimshaw and Trombley are there. Here's Trombley, gets it into the center of the field. Hunter is there, but can't get a shot off. And here's Lease Fine, and he knocks it out of, or gets knocked out of bounds, but Hornets will have the throw in. We've got about 10.5 minutes gone here in the first half. Cougars with that early goal are hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Not that they've been too terribly threatened on the offensive end of things, but here's McCarthy. He's dangerous here. Gives it for Tatro. Tatro beats Myhall. Nice play by Kyle McCarthy to set up Austin Tatro right inside the box, and the Hornet defense was just a little bit lax on that play as they let the Cougars come in and take advantage of some less than aggressive play by the Hornet defense, and McCarthy sets up Tatro in at the 6-yard line, and he beats Myhall pretty easily on a low hard shot to the inside. So with almost 11 minutes gone here in the first half, the Cougars are up by a 2-0 lead. So.
How do you say it? Tatro?
Yeah. Tatro. Yeah.
Tatro.
Here's Tatro again. Is it out for Hunter? He's going to put a low shot in. Tatro has it.
Goal scored by number 4, Austin Tatro. Assisted by number 19, Kyle McCarthy.
And that one's knocked out of bounds. So Hornets with another throw in. And that one never came in, so the Cougars will get the throw a little bit further into the attacking zone of the Hornets. Here's Gay, switches fields, brings it over for Trombley. Trombley pushes it down the left side. Marks is there. Against Patry, and Emery clears it out, and they'll go for the long throw in, which is a wise decision by Ryan Marks to let that ball go out, because with that long throw in by Rodney Grimshaw, that ends up being equal to a corner kick. Ball is thrown into the box. Myhall comes out. Can't quite handle it, but it's cleared out by Emery, or cleared up in the air by Emery anyway. And this time he hangs on to it. So Hornets dodge a bullet there on that long throw that came in, and maybe took Myhall a little bit by surprise and wasn't really able to corral it. But not a whole lot of offensive pressure there to capitalize on it. And that ball's going to go over the end line, so we'll have a goal kick and mass substitutions for the Hornets. Let's see, Brady Channel, Matt Bracey, Yanis Yowie, and one other that I didn't quite catch. So. Speed number 9, Jacob Bushy, the other new entrant into the contest for the Hornets. Coach Hawksby sticking with his starting lineup here with 26 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Gay, sends it in the middle for McCarthy. McCarthy pushes one wide for Parent, but rolls out of bounds. Hornets will have the throw in. Here's Trombley. McCarthy's the first to it. He'll push it down the left side this time, but this time Marks can't get to it. So.
Oh, Robbie's about to go on goal, looks like.
Robbie's going in net.
Okay. We asked to be apprised of any goalie changes, and we're getting it in advance.
In the bullpen.
Yeah, he's warming up in the bullpen.
Getting ready to go. I knew this play would not last long.
All right, this throw goes down the right sideline, and it's knocked out of bounds by John Fine-Lease, who's moved back into a defensive spot. Coach LaRose not willing to get any deeper in the hole against a pretty offensively potent and defensively potent Cougar team. So our intel tells us that a goaltender change is imminent. There's this long throw into the box, and it clears all the way back, and number 9 is Jacob Bushy, clears it out. Marks has it, tries to get it for Trombley, and we got a whistle on the play.
Player down.
Oh, we have a player down. All righty. Better stop the clock.
Stop the clock.
I believe so.
No.
So.
We're back with a new keeper.
All right, we are back to action after the injury timeout, and Mohamed Elta here was the injured player, has been taken off the field as he's the sweeper for the for Coach LaRose and the Hornets, and during that substitution, he also made a goalkeeper change. Robbie Knoll is now between the pipes, as it were. There was a little bit of a breakdown here by the Cougars, but Thomas Bedard is able to quell any kind of a opportunity there. Here's Trombley. He sends one forward. Marks puts it in the middle. Kicked away by Bracey, and again we'll have the long throw in by by Grimshaw. I thought it was interesting that very first throw in that Coach LaRose kept telling the officials that he thought the throw should be up a little closer to where the bench was, so that he didn't have enough room to get a run up for that. Here's a ball that's loose in the box. I'll get back to that story here in just a second. We'll see what happens with this opportunity, but this one scoots out. Here's Hunter. He's going to send one back in, but Channel, that's Brady Channel, is in for the Hornets. He pushes it back out and goes out towards midfield. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that he was politicking to get that throw in a little closer where the bench was, so that Grimshaw wouldn't have enough room to perform that flip throw.
He probably moved his bench a little closer to the field.
I'm just wondering if that might be part of the strategy. So I would think in that case, that Mr. Grimshaw just kind of bring his throw back to this end of the bench, and probably still be as effective if he has to just move it back 5 or 6 yards. All Right, here's the plays in the middle of the field. Hornets starting to show a little bit of life. Here's the goal scorer. One of the goal scorers, Austin Tatro, takes it down the left side, gives it inside for Tremblay. Tremblay services one into the box. McCarthy with the header. Tatro comes in, tries to get a body on it. Still has it. Still has it. He'll get a shot off, a little high, and just over the crossbar. So Austin Tatro with some good solid work there, and the Cougars go to the bench. Here's Dustin Pupor and Mason Letourneau. And the other fellow there, number 6.
You're on your sheet. We're on there.
Oh, they are. Why do I have a hard time remembering his name? I shouldn't. He's a good player. He plays quite a bit, and that's Colby Provost. Here's McCarthy. He gets that one knocked away in front, so good defense there by Channel to stop that threat. And the Hornets come back, as they should after a play like that. This is Tulaski, pushes one down the left side. This is the farthest the Hornets have been down in the Cougar end in quite some time, and Rabideau has to go down and make a save. So there's a little bit of offensive spark for the Hornets. Tulaski all by himself takes it down the left side, and not sure if he was shooting that on goal or just trying to get it out front. Was a little tight to the goal line, to the end line, but better than what we've seen in the first 20 minutes of play. This one is sent forward by Kelly, but Garrett comes up with the ball and gives it for Hunter. Hunter pushes it wide, but Pupor is unable to get to that before it goes out of bounds. So the Hornets will have a throw-in, showing us some offensive spark here with a little over 19 minutes to play in the first half, down by 2 goals. Here, Bigor pushes it over for Grimshaw. Ball that's sent in between 3 or 4 Cougars, but nobody got to it but Nick Dodd. Now here's a ball that's sent back to the back line. It's Matt Bracey, and he decides to kick it out of bounds before McCarthy can get to it. So once again, the Cougars will have that long throw in. Here's the throw. It's out at the top of the 18. Gets headed by Bedard, but bounces around. Cougars trying to get it back in the box, but are unable to. And here's Dodd. Excuse me. Here's Tulaski again. But this time Gay comes up and breaks that one up. Number 22 is Kelly, but that one gets taken away. Here's Letourneau, sets up Provost, but he goes by him, and Hornets come back the other way. Here's Bushy, trying to cut one inside. He does. Gives it for Tulaski. Nice feed inside for Dodd. Here's some organized offense. That one bounces off a Cougar defense. And here's Bedard. And he tries to clear it up the wing, but kind of shanks it out of bounds. So Hornets, again, like I said, showing a little bit of offensive spark here with 17 minutes to play here in the first half. This is Spencer Hall, who has just entered the contest. He'll throw it in. Grimshaw heads it back out towards midfield. Provost is the first one there. And here's Hunter. He'll chip one up, but it gets kicked back the other way by find Lease, who's been, like I said, moved back to the offensive line, or defensive line, excuse me.
Hustle back, Danny.
Pupor has it. Gives it for McCarthy. McCarthy gets it by the defense. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. So the Hornets will have the throw in. Here's Dodd. Taken away by the Cougars. Nice ball for Letourneau. Letourneau and Letourneau and Channel give chase. Goes out of bounds. Or no, I guess we get a foul on the play. So Hornets will have a free kick. It's kept in. There's a nice ball down the right side, but Grimshaw is the first one to it. He will turn and send it into the middle. This is Kelly. Kelly gets it back, but Grimshaw is there to stop that. It comes right to Bushy, and Hornets not able to get anything out of that one. And Gay comes out and pushes it out of bounds. So the Hornets, a little bit of sustained pressure here, trying to get something going, at least get a shot on goal, get something for the fans to cheer about, and for themselves to feel good about. Here's Hunter. Turns around, sends one to the back line, but that's sent the other way by Channel. Cougars end up with it. Channel once again. And that one is rifled out of bounds. Pretty decent play by the ball boy, though, I gotta tell you that.
Good stop.
Yeah.
Future keeper.
Yeah, he might be a future goalkeeper. Or it must be the assistant ball boy.
Yeah.
There's a nice throw into the box. McCarthy heads it. Knowles comes out and grabs it before anybody else can do any damage. 13:45 left here in the first half. This one's pushed out to the right side, but there's no Cougar players there. Fine sends it, at least Fine sends it back up, but again, Hornets having a difficult time getting organized now. We got something going. Here's Kelly, pushes one off for Hall. Hall puts it in the center, but Bedard is there. Goes over Grimshaw's head. And Grimshaw stays with it. And he gives it right back to Hall. Hall sends it in, but Bigor is there and pushes it out of bounds. So we'll have a Hornet throw-in and a substitution. Chris Gray, one of the seniors being honored here tonight, checks into the contest.
Come on, Brady. Good throw, Brady.
Here's a ball that's headed in towards the box. Grimshaw kind of nonchalants it. There's a shot that comes in. Bedard comes over and kicks it out of harm's way before Toloski can get there to get a foot on it. But the Hornets will have a corner kick out of this. So this is the first set piece that the Hornets will be able to brag about here with 12 minutes to go in the first half. And that ball is sent in. Headed first by Bedard. Comes out, and McCarthy will get to it first. He's got support. Sends a long ball for Hunter, but it is headed by Channel, and that's probably made that less of an offensive opportunity than it could have been when Channel kind of headed it backwards. I'm not sure that was what his intent was, but he did, and Knowles came out and made the grab before Hunter could get there, who had overlapped to receive that service ball. And here's Tulaski, who's moved into the midfield position. He was on the left wing. This is Dodd. Dodd tries to beat the defender, but not sure he's going to get that call. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Cougars. Tatro and Marks check back into the contest. One guy comes out. Guess they're going to go for the power play, huh?
And 14 came out too.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Hi, Charlie. How you doing?
All right, that ball is sent through the defense, but unfortunately the Cougar strikers weren't ready for that one, and it goes all the way back for Knowles, and he restarts it, and Vigor comes up, plays it forward, touches it for Marks. Marks tries to send one in for McCarthy, but the Hornet defense is there. Dan Myhall is that back position now, but McCarthy got a foot on it, but kicked it just a little bit too far and wasn't able to catch up to it. We're at less than 10 minutes to play here in the first half. And that one goes back. Hornets are the first to it. Here's Marks. Pushes one wide for Pupor. He's got the ball. Pushes it by a couple Hornet defenders. Takes it down in the corner. Ball's still alive. And John Fine-Lease comes back with it. And here's Bedard working against Dodd. Pushes it back for Marks. Marks looks for some support. Doesn't have any. And a little scrum over there, and the ball comes loose. Pushed down into the Hornets' end, and John Fine-Lease finally taps it forward. And we're going to have a whistle for high kicks. So this will be a set piece for the Cougars. Looks very similar to how they scored on the first goal. Hunter once again will service this into the box. He does so. McCarthy with the header, just wide of the post. And both teams will go to the bench. Brooks Kelly and Avery Traum-Lee will check back into the contest with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. Bedard working against Dodd. Dodd frees it loose, but can't get anything going off of that. Here comes Tremblay, unchallenged down the left side. He will hook one into the box, but John Lee Spine is there. Hornets finally cleared out towards the center of the field. And it gets pushed back forward. Igor sends it forward. Not a whole lot of organization here, just the ball going back and forth. Now we've got something going. Here's Pupor, pushes one into the box, and it's kicked by a couple different players, but Robbie Knowles holds his ground and stays focused on the ball, and finally squirts loose and comes back to him. So did a good job there staying concentrated on where the ball was and where the player was. Here's Marks. Can't control. Channel sends it forward, but once again we get just the ball battling back and forth between the 40s, as it were. The Hornets had a little bit of thing going on there. Ball goes back to Grimshaw, kicks it out of bounds. Back to the bench. Dan Patry for the Hornets and Patrick Parent for the Cougars. Check in. And looks like Mr. Emery is back in the game too. Here's Kelly. And Dodge puts this one into the center. It's chipped over to the left side, but headed back by Gay. And here's Marks. Had lots of time. Probably should have settled that one and made something happen. Looks like Mohammed Altamir. Let me get his Alta here. Excuse me. Back in the contest after left for injury early in the first half. And that throw goes into the box. Alta here heads it back. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Cougars. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Hornets still with that 2-0 lead. I'm sorry, the other team. The Cougars. The other Hornets. And then to the back of the box. And that one headed by McCarthy. And looks like Tom Bedard was right there in front of the goalie. But once again, the Hornet goalkeeper, Robbie Knowles, stayed concentrated on the ball. And made a nice stop on that one with Bedard right in front of him. Here's Patry down the left side, and that one goes out of bounds. Coach LaRose goes to the bench once again, puts in Brady Channel, and number 17 is Lucas Leclerc, who we haven't seen tonight. All right, here comes Tatro. Coming down with 3 defenders on him, gives it for Tremblay. Tremblay's going to take the shot, and that one goes just a little bit high and wide, and that'll result in a goal kick for the Hornets. Here's Marks. Puts one into the center, a little bit too far, and fine lease is there. Sends it into the middle. And this is Parent. He'll lob one long. Nate Emery is going to be the first one to it. He settles it and sends it back upfield, right to Avery Tremblay. Tremblay's going to try to center one, goes off of the backside of McCarthy, and Elton here's there to set it up for Emery, who kind of shanks it off of his foot. Now we'll see where he throws it from.
2 minutes.
And that one comes in and knocked out of bounds, so we'll do it again. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. And that one's thrown into the box and cleared out by the Hornets. Comes for Parent on the right side. Parent working against Patry. And Patry goes down, and the Hornets will have the free kick. Oh, a little miscommunication there, and the Hornets have the ball, but Bedard pushes it down the right side. Parent and Fine Lease battle for it, and it's going to be a goal kick. We're in the final minute of play here in the first half. Comes back out to midfield. Parent has it. Here's McCarthy. And we got a whistle on the play. So that'll probably do it for the first half of play here at the Plattsburgh Sports Complex. This Thursday evening, the 18th of October, 2012. That's the horn sounds to end the first half, and well, the horn would have sound at the end of the first half, but I think we all know that the first half is over, so we'll take a break. The Cougars with a 2-0 lead here at the Plattsburgh Sports Complex.
Would you believe they've started the second half without Joe Southwick? Well, I'll tell you what happened. They put 10 minutes on the halftime clock, and Joe wandered off toward the concession stand restroom area, and they actually only took 5 minutes, so he was out there thinking he had 10, and he only had 5, so I'm sure Joe will be back here momentarily. For the past 29 minutes and 9 seconds of the first half and the first 9 minutes and 50 seconds of the second half here, these teams have played even. Cougars scored all their goals with 29:09 showing in the first half. They scored both of their goals quickly and early in the game. And they have been silent since then. I'm sure Coach Hawksby would like to see that offense wake up a bit. This is the last regular season game. I believe Plattsburgh will be playing Saranac, and the Cougars are going to be number 1 seeds. They are probably looking at the winner of that game, possibly. I believe it's going to be either probably Peru in second, Beekmantown in third, or vice versa, and Osable Valley in fourth. Then it's Saranac Lake, Saranac, and PHS. Not sure what order they are in, but my guess is the Cougars will play the winner of PHS and Saranac, and Saranac Lake would face I believe the number 2 seed, and number 3 and 4 will face each other. Or 4 and 5, I guess, will face each other. Or something like that. So it's possible these two teams could meet again, but Plattsburgh would have to win on the road for that to happen. Pleasant evening here in the North Country. Temperature in the 50s. We've heard from Kenny Drake that the Yankees are all but eliminated, so I haven't got to worry about baseball anymore. Nice stop there by Robbie Knowles. Normally I would probably have not taken this road trip today for the Cougars. I would probably have found a way to find something in the Champlain area or stay home and relax, but with Robbie Knowles playing here, I figured I had to be here and have to get that door because this is Robbie's senior game and we wanted to make sure to be here. So we have to get the door. Joe Southwick is back. Lunch in hand.
Push out, defense!
Popcorn in a Hornets, like a little megaphone.
Oh wow, a megaphone.
Yeah.
Wow, let's see that here. Model that there for us there. There you go. Joe
I
Southwick.
think if I turn it upside down, all the popcorn will fall.
Yeah,
So I'm not going to do that for you.
Don't start hollering yet. Wait till you eat your popcorn.
Right.
You notice it only took 5 minutes, not 10?
I did notice, yeah. It took 5 minutes to pop a popcorn, so that's why I'm late coming back. Plus, I was visiting just a little bit, so sorry about that. Well, it's always good to, pick up a few little tidbits from the crowd just so that I could add a little color to the presentation. I don't know if there's anything that I picked up that I could share with the viewing public. I got to tell you that my daughter Paige and the Teresa and Randy Grimshaw's daughter Bianca, who graduated together and played sports together for many, many years, shared the same want since they've been away from college, was to spend some time with their dog.
Spend time with the dog.
Yeah, that's who they miss the most, and they shared that. There's a nice play by Robbie Knowles, comes out and once again stays concentrated on the ball and grabs that one before McCarthy can get a foot on it. So. Anyway, here's Tatro, who made that nice run down the middle of the field to beat a couple defenders. Here's Parent. Parent chips one over to the left side. Hornets defend there. Trombley sends it back. Okay, Dodd sends it back, and Bushy pushes it forward, but Rabideau will wait for it to roll back to him, and he'll get this restarted back the other way. All right, here's a nice ball by great defensive play there by Matt Bracey, and looks like it's going to end up as a corner kick for the Hornets. Once again, Hunter delivers a nice ball for McCarthy. McCarthy chested into the area, and he and Bracey went shoulder to shoulder. Bracey got the last touch on it. So here's the Cougars with a corner kick. That ball is swung into the box, but defended nicely there by the Hornets. And here comes Dodd. Here's going to spring Bracey, or Tolotsky, I'm sorry. Tolotsky and Bigor. Bigor hustles back and breaks that play up. And sent back out for Tatro. Kelly takes the ball away from him, sends it back to Eltahir, who's going to get it going back the other way. Bigor heads it towards the sideline. Parent saves it. Bushy has it. Apparently did not save it. Gay sends it forward. Kelly tries to save it. Hunter sends it back, and once again the Cougars will try to organize. Eltahir with the head. Bracey again, and John Lee's fine. Do a nice job, do a fine job of clearing that ball out. Here's Trombley for Tatro. Tatro Nice ball inside for McCarthy. Once again, gets the chest on it, gets a nice high shot, and roofs it. This time Knowles was not quite ready for that shot, I don't believe, and I don't think he was up to the fact that McCarthy was going to get that quick of a shot on. Kind of looks like it caught him by surprise just a little bit. Looks like he wanted something to say.
Caught me by surprise too. That was a tough angle.
It was definitely a tough angle, and tucked it right underneath the crossbar, and Kyle McCarthy gets his second goal of the contest, and Austin Tatro is going to pick up the assist on this one, no doubt, with a great ball inside that McCarthy did most of the work on. Picked it up at the top of the 18, tested it by the defense, and knocked the shot in from a pretty tough angle. I don't want to say anything bad about Knowles on that play. He was definitely overmatched, but I'm not sure he thought the shot was going to come to him.
No, it came off his feet, and it landed a few feet in front of him, and all of a sudden it's going right back over the top of his head.
Right, exactly. I think McCarthy's quick footwork took him by surprise there, because he's played a pretty.
Number 19, Kyle McCarthy, and by number 4, Austin.
So we get the announcement that McCarthy gets the goal, assisted by Tatro, and it was a beauty.
While I was waiting for you, I speculated on the matchups, and I was miscounting the number of teams involved in the Class Bs. I was thinking that Cougars would play the winner of PHS and Saranac, who are playing next, but probably be the number 3 seed doing that, and the Cougars will be awaiting the winner of the 4-5 game, whoever Valley will be playing, I would assume.
Right. Well, Coach Super out of the girls team told me last night that Sable, at least the girls team, is in Class C this year. So, so there's 6 teams in B. So he told me that they Beekmantown and NCCS both have a bye in the quarterfinals. So I'm not sure if it goes the same with the boys team, but on the girls' side, Sable is playing in Class C in the sectionals.
Well, they announced before the game that Plattsburgh would be playing Saranac.
Well, I think that was maybe a makeup game, no?
Maybe
Yeah.
it is. Maybe it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they could have been able to announce a a sectional.
Well, if it was 6 and 7 or whatever, then you would know.
Okay. But I don't think it really becomes official until after this.
Right.
After the season is over, so I'm assuming that this may be a game that is a makeup game.
Okay.
That's my assumption. I did hear it announced on my way in, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, how could they? And I'm not sure that the public address announcer would be privy to that information this early in the going.
Right. So the Cougars, as number 1, will await the winner of 4-5, whoever that happens to be, and that's probably. Sable Valley 4, and I'm not sure who 5 would be.
Okay. Once again, if Sable is indeed going to be
number 4, yeah.
Also playing in Class B.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So what that means on the girls' side is that there's no home game for the Cougars in the sectional playoffs.
They'll go right to the semis.
They'll go right to the semis. Right. Here's Hunter. He's gonna maybe kind of mad at himself, so I'm not sure he was trying to put that ball on goal. More likely he was trying to set up one of his strikers. But nevertheless, ball goes over the end line, and we'll have a goal kick.
So Cougar-wise, the next games, boys and girls, will be at Chazy at George Brennan Field.
Alrighty. Seems to be the pattern of late. Is the neutral field du jour. There's Parent, but he won't be able to catch up.
Didn't have enough mustard to catch up.
No, he had not enough mustard to catch up. There's a ball in the box. Hunter sends it in. Provost. He's going to get a shot off. That goes high. Knowles gets a hand on it. I think it was, not sure it was destined for the net or not, but Knowles did the right thing, got his hand on it, pushed it over the crossbar. So once again, the Cougars with a offensive opportunity on the corner kick. I heard this term the other day in a pro match. They refer to the left-handed kicker as an in-swinger.
In-swinger.
Yeah, so Tremblay, the in-swinger, takes the kick, and it's headed away, and it'll go over the end line for a goal kick.
So from the other side, a right-handed kicker would be the in-swinger from the other side.
Absolutely.
What's the outswinger? Is that the other?
If you're a right-handed kicker, taking it from the opposite side,
You're an outswinger.
you're an outswinger.
Okay.
Have not actually heard the term outswinger, but maybe if you're not an in-swinger, you're nothing at all. I just thought it was interesting when I heard that terminology in a game that I was watching on TV the other day. I try to watch these things just so I could pick up.
The terminology here. The set pieces and the
that I got from. Actually, got that from some of the younger players here in the Cougar organization. Here's an opportunity for the Hornets. Rabideau comes out and makes a. If that is, in fact. Makes a rare touch on the ball. He's only been called on to make one save of any importance so far in this contest. Takes and punts the ball out of bounds. Bedard will head it forward. Bedard again. Knocks it back to the back line. Emery's the first one to it. And he and Provost battle for it. Emery kicks it up the sideline and goes out of bounds.
Those are nice socks right there. Break?
Oh, sure. I thought you were talking about Josh Rabideau's socks. Those are pretty flashy. I don't remember him sporting those. Maybe he only does those under the bright lights of Plattsburgh High. Here's Pupor. Hunter. He'll lob one into the box, but Knowles will come off his line to grab that one and get it going back the other way. We got 24.5 to play here in the second half. Cougars up by a 3-0 score. Here's Parent. Switches fields, finds Ryan Marks on an open wing. Lots of space, chips one into the box, but one hops right to Knowles, who has no problem with that one. Cougars throw.
I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say that earlier.
Yeah, no, it's almost Avery though.
I feel like Avery was like
All right. Coach LaRose goes to the bench once again. It's a couple of his switches up a few of his players to see if he can't get the Hornets to create a little bit of spark here. Marks tries to get it up for Tremblay. Does. And The whistle blows, despite the fact that the Cougars had possession. So we'll restart with 22:40 to go here in the second half. Grimshaw puts one to the 18, headed out by Kelly. I'm sorry, Emery. And that was screened away. Here's Colby Provost with a nice play there. John Lees Fine was trying to screen Provost off the ball. Provost snuck around him and chested the ball by Lees Fine and Knowles, and snuck it around the backside and put it in the goal. So Hornets a little nonchalant on that play, thinking that that screen was going to keep Provost away from the ball, but he stayed hustling on it and chested the ball down and put it in from a fairly sharp angle. So give Colby Provost some. I'm sorry, Dustin Poupar. Provost is probably sitting on the bench, wondering how come he's being praised for such a great effort. But well, he's out there. Provost is out there, but Poupar is going to get the goal. I apologize to all you Dustin Poupar fans out there. He did a wonderful job of staying with that ball, and here he goes again, and we're going to have a foul on that play before it can get rolling. But Poupar again stayed with that play, ran around the screener, took the ball down, and tucked it in the goal on a pretty sharp angle. So the Cougars go up by a.
How do you say Dustin's last name?
Poupar.
Poupar?
Poupar, yeah. Try to say it without laughing.
Not Poupar, Poupar.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh gosh, she makes me laugh. Right.
When we're off camera, I'll tell you about a couple of Shazy girls with a name they couldn't pronounce. When Sam was doing the game there.
Oh, is that right? Couldn't get it out without laughing?
Well, they kept mispronouncing it. And,
Right.
And once they mispronounced it, they couldn't straighten themselves out.
And it was okay. I thought you were going to wait till the camera was off. But so I was like,
By number 8, Dustin Poupar. I tried.
I think it's the name Dustin.
yeah. This is the Dustin part that was struggling. All right, here's Cougars have gone to the bench and put in some of their reserve players. Number 7, Matt LaFave is out there. And Poupar is going to get another shot off, and this one just misses on the short side. Not waiting to do anything fancy on that one. He just takes a rifle shot from just inside the 18 and just missed the inside post, although Knowles had that one checked pretty well. Second half of this Northern Soccer League Division I matchup with the Cougars well in control of this contest with a 4-0 lead. Hornets with not a whole lot of offensive opportunities in the contest.
I have everything archived at the station, so I'm hoping that once we get things, I'll be getting a professional listing to put onto the site. When do you guys play again?
Next Wednesday.
Regular season still playing? Something like the third class or next week? Can you try next week?
That one's headed forward by Poupar, but out to here makes the play. And we got subs. Alex Lamberton is in for the Cougars, and 22 is Brooks Kelly. Checks back in for the Hornets.
We had subs last night too, Joe.
I know. I saw Dawn LaFave earlier. Thank her very much for feeding us.
Meatball subs.
I'm telling you. And then I had a yeah, that's going to be a handball. Cougars with a opportunity here at the right about 28 yards out. Huh? Make that 30 yards out. Yeah, I guess it was last night too. Before the game, had a little bit of their macaroni and cheese too. Oh, there's a nice shot by Trombley, who puts a charge into that one, but hooks it just a little bit wide. And Knowles watches that one slip by, and we have another goaltender change.
Terrible.
Who's the keeper?
All right, we get the.
Now it's Dan. If 18 is on the field, 18's. No, it's Chris in goal.
All right, so our intel tells us that Chris Myhall has come back into the contest as the netminder for the Hornets, with 17 minutes to play here in the second half. Here's Bigor. This is Lefebvre. Sends it for Gay. Overlapping. Sends it inside for Pupor. Pupor will get a shot off right across the deck, but Alex Lamberton not able to catch up to it before it slides over the end line. So nice work by the defender, Zach Gay, to overlap and bring that ball in, send it in, and put a nice cross in front, but Lamberton not able to catch up to it to finish on it. Here's the throw in the box. Elta here's the first one to it. Settled. Here's Lefebvre. He's going to try to get a foot on it. Can't. It's cleared out by the Hornets. And Bedard will watch that one roll out of bounds. Pupor sends one to the right side. Left side. There's that screen again. Lamberton is not as cagey as Pupor was. Some good hustle play by the Hornets. Clear it out. Now they get, looks like they got a little organization going here. Here's Dodd. Pushes one for Bushy, but it's cut off by Bedard. Here comes Dodd again. He's got some help. And he feeds Patry in the middle. This Patry gets overrun by a couple Cougars. And the ball gets taken away. Did you see that, or was I standing in the way? Well, the interesting. Okay. Well, the ball hit the referee and didn't go out of bounds. He blew the whistle. The ball was still in play. Took his foot and rolled it over the sideline. It said there. Now it's out of bounds. See who number 13 is for the Hornets. I don't think we've called his name tonight. That's Chance Nason is in for Coach LaRose. 14 minutes and change to play here in the second half. And the Hornets showing a little life on the offensive end. Looks like he shuffled a couple of his players around. See a few players up front that we haven't seen up front most of the game. Here's Elta here. Makes a nice play there. Sends it up for Channel. And once again, the Cougars turn it away. That's Provost. Tries to set up Pupor, but it gets broken up by Kelly or Emery. Be a Hornet throw in. Bedard heads it down. Number 13 is Tyler Bosley, is in the contest for the Cougars. Here's Grimshaw. And Grimshaw's going to make a run from his defensive end. Ball goes out of bounds, and while he's there, you might as well take that long throw in. He figured he was going to have to run down there anyway, so he might as well carry the ball down low. And he throws this one into the box. Headed by Provost and goes over the top of the goal. Myhall will take the kick. Gay has it. It's pushed out for Lefebvre. Lefebvre sends it into the box. One hops back to Myhall, and he will get the ball going back the other way. Gay once again. Here's Dodd. He'll push it down, but Bedard's the first one to it. Here's Lefebvre. Take it down the right side. Put a nice cross in. Eltahir is there to send that back around the other way. And here comes the ball up for Gray. Gray tries to beat Gay. Gray against Gay. And here's Gray again. Ball goes out of bounds. Be a Hornet throw in. There's Dodd. He'll left foot it towards the box. And Rabbit will short hop that one. And take his time getting this one punted back the other way. And that one's headed to the back line. Eltahir's the first one to it. Decides to kick it out to the running track. And here comes Calenduso off the bench for Coach Hawksby, giving Zach Gay a rest.
11.
Grimshaw throws into the box. Myhall has a little difficulty with that. With Bracey trying to head it, maybe screened him just a little bit, and it kind of popped up on him, but he stayed with it. Gets the ball back the other way. Here's Bigor. That's Lamberton. Sends it into the middle, but Nason is there. Gets knocked away. Lefebvre. Cougars need to, they can't spread out a little bit. Get some organization. All right, Grimshaw knocks that one out.
Goal scored by number 3, Jordan Lapierre. And assisted by
8.5 minutes to go here in the second half. I'm gonna have to get my roster out now because Coach Hawksby's going deep into the bench. A few players haven't called their name in quite some time. So. Here's Lefebvre. It gets turned back around the other way. Channel. Bracy has it. Gets it taken away, but Channel comes back. And here's a chip forward for Lefebvre. Lefebvre trying to break himself in. Gets to it, but Myhall comes out and snuffs that one. So Matt Lefebvre with an opportunity on a breakaway there, but Chris Myhall decides to come off his line and makes a great play on that would-be breakaway and denies young Matt Lefebvre with an opportunity. Lefebvre goes down there with no whistle. And Lefebvre again. He'll cross one. Myhall has it covered up. And we'll go the other way. About 6.5 to go here in the second half. And the Cougars send in some reserves. Number 3 is Jordan Lapierre. Number 10 is Brent Stein. Number 9 is Brent Stein. And number 10 is Austin Gagnon. In for the Cougars and the players for the Hornets that have entered the game. Number 15, I think, has been in the contest. I'll try to pick up some of these players that not had an opportunity to play. I've kind of got to guess that Coach LaRose has pretty much had everybody he's got at his arsenal out there at one point in time tonight. There's Unali. That one slips by. And Emery, who's moved up voluntarily or not, moved up to the offensive spot. Looks like he's going to trot back a little bit now. But anyway, Ravenel will get this one started. We're coming down to 5 minutes to play here in the second half. I think I may have mentioned this when the Cougars played the Hornets up at our up in Champlain earlier in the year, that this doesn't hold the same excitement that I've seen between Plattsburgh High and Northeastern Clinton and on the boys' varsity pitch here in the last couple of years.
Not this year, no. The last couple of years there's been war.
So, no doubt, Coach LaRose and the Hornets in a rebuilding mode, and like I said earlier, only graduating 6 seniors, which compared to the Cougars with 13 of them not returning next year. So, I'm sure that this intense rivalry will be renewed before too long. All right, we got 4 minutes to go. Emery with the throw. Here's Stein. Tries to send one up for Gagnon, but gets cut off. Here's Dusso, who did a absolutely outstanding job with the ball boy duties last night in the girls' game.
Good.
Huh? What did you say?
Yes.
What did you say, Calvin?
Yes, you did.
I mean, we've done a lot of critiquing on our ball persons this year. I think he might get MVP.
He's right up there with Dale Menard.
Well, you know, Dale stays focused for sure, but
You counting on more stamina?
no, I just think that Dale probably spends a little bit too much time coaching the girls, and cheering the girls, talking to the referees, and I thought Mr. Dusso did a very good job of just concentrating at the job at hand. Never mind all that other stuff. But I did talk to Frank Dumas a little earlier on my way in here, and I invited him to come and sit with us because we had a pretty good time last night. I'd kind of like to hear the once you get that particular game up on the internet, be sure to send me that link because I'd like to hear if we picked up any of the color commentary from he and Dale Menard.
Well, it's gonna be.
It was classic.
It's going to be 2 links because it was that 17-minute
Randy
thing is 2 hours and 11 minutes, so I decided to break it up.
Randy out of tape.
No, it would have fit on one DVD, but I decided people might want to see one half or the other, and not have to watch 2.5 hours to get to the end of the game.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well, here's Austin Gagnon with a opportunity down the right side for the Cougars. Tries to slip one in front, but Nate Embry is there. Sends it right out in front for Mason Letourneau, but Letourneau can't trap it and comes back the other way. Bosley, now this is the most excitement we've had in the game, with under 2 minutes to play, and all of a sudden things are getting pretty exciting. Coach Hawksby's got his reserves out there, and sure that these kids like to make something happen. Here's Stein again. He's going to take the shot, and Myhall is equal to that one. So.
It's nice to have this much excitement at this stage in the game in a 4-0 contest.
I can't agree with you more. I was starting to tell stories about things that have happened in the past and what might happen in the future, but all of a sudden a soccer game broke out, so I guess we'll get right back to it. We're under a minute to play here, and things have gotten pretty exciting. So Hunter tries to set up Stein, but Emery decides to take a run at it and gets the ball knocked away from him. So Stein sends it in the middle. Here's Letourneau. He's going to try to push one through for Austin Gagnon, but just a little bit too long, and maybe one more shot at it, but this one comes a little bit too far. And Letourneau, he's going to blast one anyway. Nick Dodd stands in front of it, and Tyler Bosley says, I'll take a last shot anyway. So the air horn sounds to end the contest here at the Plattsburgh, the athletic complex on the campus of the Plattsburgh High School. So after 80 minutes of play, the visiting Cougars of Northeastern Clinton maintain their undefeated record and come away with a 4-0 victory over their Division I rivals, Plattsburgh High School. That's the way it was this Thursday evening, October 18th, 2012. We thank you for watching this episode of Hometown Cable.